This is a tutorial on how we are going to write up the composition using a piece of software. Now, I've opened up Google here. We're going to be using a piece of software. It's very new. It's called Aviary Music Creator. So type that in the search bar. Aviary Music Creator. It's good if you use the Google Chrome browser. It works faster. And it especially works well on this app, but I think the other ones should work as well. So we just clicked on start the app, and now I'm just going to make this full screen. Okay, cool, that's all loaded up. So this is called the ROC Music Creator by Aviary. It's very useful. It helps you notate stuff even if you don't know how to actually write it on a stave or something. So it's quite handy, and you can get some nice grooves up quickly. Now, first of all, let's look at writing the rhythm part. Okay, the reggae rhythm part. It's written pretty high, so we need to find a high instrument. I'm just going to get the piano, so you can see the high piano over here. 8-bit piano, open. So we're going to open that sound source. You can see they've given us a tutorial to help us know where things are and how to play with this app. So play button, that's where we start, and it loops. Here's where we put the notes in. What else do you need to know? Where to save the project. Okay. You can see down the side, here is the list of instruments we've got. You can see they're all the 8-bit pianos that we've selected. We can change the instruments later to a drum if we want, but for now, see, they've all got different notes. Down the bottom, we've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and so on. These notes are high, these ones are low. Okay? So these ones are lower Cs, here's a higher C, and so on. Cool, so we're going to write the rhythm part of our reggae piece. Okay, you guys are going to compose, but I'm just going to do the We Have Survived one. Now, it starts off in D minor, so let's put the D minor notes in. We've got D. You can see that there are 4 little dimples here. They're the 4 beats of a bar. Okay? So, in reggae, since there are also quavers and all that, we're going to actually change it to 8 beats in a bar, so we can get 8 quavers in each bar. Let's put the notes in. So, in reggae, the rhythm is a bit like this. I'll put this on loop so you can hear how it goes. Okay, the rhythm goes about here. Okay, that's not working too well. Let's slow it down a bit. I think it's way too fast. So click on the tempo, drag it down. I think 60 might be a bit better. Okay, let's try this one. 1, 2, ba, bump. 1, 2, bump. 1, 2, ba, bump. 1, 2, bump. That's about a reggae. Okay, it's still a bit fast, so we're going to change it back to 4 beats a measure. That's better. Now, that's a nice reggae rhythm, eh? We're going to now add the other notes of a chord. So you can see we've put the D's there, and every time the loop comes around, we get this loop played. The other notes of a D minor chord are A down here, so we're going to press the same buttons, and F down the bottom. Okay, so just click on each one. Now you can hear the chord, and that's our rhythm for our reggae composition. Okay, let's put the second chord in. These are all Ds. The second chord goes down to a C, so we'll go C, same rhythm. Okay, hear that? That's our C. Okay, and we'll put these ones in as well, which are the rest of a chord. Okay, so you can see we've already written up the rhythm part for this reggae composition. That didn't take too long. Now, we're going to continue with our composition by adding a rhythm, adding a drum part to it. So let's go over to this side bit. Can you see this little options button in the very top corner? you can click on it. Let's actually stop the playback first so we can hear this part. Click on the options. Now you can change the instrument playing. You can see right now it's still on the piano. It's doing a G here, this note. We can change it to a drum part. So sound, replace sound. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Okay, let's see. Okay, we go over here. Sorry, that was the wrong menu. We'll look at that one later for the more advanced users. Over here, change sounds. It opens up with a whole list of lots of instruments. You can see the 12-string guitars, game effects, organs. We're after a drum kit, so let's scroll down the list. Let's see what sort of drums we can get. Let's see. There's a jazz drum here. We might look for something else. We might look for techno drums, not quite trance drums. Let's actually sort it by drums. That might make it easier for us. Okay, acoustic drums. Fusion, hip hop. Let's choose power drums, just because it sounds cool. Okay, open up the folder. Now there's lots of different parts of the drum. We don't need everything. We only really need the bass and snares. Maybe other things. So here's a kick drum. Okay, that's what it sounds like. And here's a snare. Okay, so click on this. Now drag it over to one of the tracks. Now since it's a drum part, let's put it down the bottom, because usually the drum goes below everything else. So we'll put the kick right at the very bottom. Okay, it tells us sound has been changed. See over here? It's changed to the power drums, the kick. We also need a snare, so let's drag the snare down to the second last row. And that's changed to a snare. Okay, now let's turn on our loop again. Let's close, and we'll turn on our loop again, and let's write a drum part to it. So we want a bass on the first beats. Okay, and let's also put some snares in. That's a basic kick and snare groove. We can also do other things to it to make it, to decorate it a bit. Okay, that sounds pretty good already, but let's chuck double snare. Okay. Now another feature is that you can change the volume or the dynamics of each note. That's called velocity in this program. Click on velocity. Now there's a little bar about how loud each note is. So you can see I can drag the bar up. That will make the notes bigger, louder. That's louder. You can drag it down so that the second note is a lot softer if you want. Hear that? The second one's a lot softer. Now we want a bit more kick, so we'll turn up the kick bar. Okay. So that's this. Okay. Now, one last thing, very, very important. You need to save your work. Okay, so up the top corner, save as. You can give your piece a title. So, for example, Reggae composition. Description. This is a reggae composition written for Year 9 class. You can tag it, reggae. It's got rhythm, piano, drums. You don't really need to do the tags, but it's just fun. Now, and then you click on Save as New Creation, and then it saves. Okay, it takes a bit to save. Now, if you don't have an account, you can make an account. It's very easy. It only takes about a minute or so, and you'll get an account, and you can start saving your work. Very important to save it, because every time you close a browser, you are going to lose your work if you don't save it. Here's an extra feature that's very, very useful. Over here, top corner. Now, if you aren't happy with these instruments, the list isn't very extensive. You can't really play chords. You can see we need 3 lines of music to play chords, and it sounds like MIDI. It doesn't sound realistic. What you can do is up the top here, this is the options button for this track of music that we're not using. Click on the button, sound. Instead of using this sound, you can use record your own. Okay, so we just clicked on that change sound button over here, options, sound, replace the sound. You can either choose to upload something. So for example, if you've played a recording on a guitar, you want to just record a note on the guitar and use that as a sample, you can. But for now, we're just going to record our own. Okay, allow Aviary to use your camera and microphone. Yep, allow, so we can start recording. You can hear this is a volume bar for how loud I'm talking right now. Okay, allow it and close. You can see I'm using the built-in mic on my laptop. You can do these funny things to it. Turn it up a bit. Okay. Now let's see. Let's say I want to sing a D. Okay. La. That's going to be our sample. So we're going to go start recording. Recording now. La. Stop it. Recording now. La. Okay, and that's our recording. Save it as Doug singing D. La. Save. Cool. And then the whole waveform comes out as well. So you can, for example, crop it because we've got quite a lot of junk in there. Recording now. La. We only need this section of the music, so we'll drag the faders across a bit. I don't think we need to crop the end. Trim. Now see, we've only got what we need. Let's make it even shorter. Over here. Trim. Come on. Okay, looks like that's as far as it goes. Done. Now, sound has been changed. This is our new recording. La. That's what it sounds like. So, let's say I want to sing a la on the first beat every time. Let's hear what that sounds like. La, 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 la. Oh, we probably won't want to put it here because that's not a D. Okay, let's do another one for C so you get the point. Click on the options button, sound, replace the sound, record your own, and we've already put the settings there, so it's all good. Start recording. We want to see la, la. Okay, stop it. And now la, la. That's our recording. Save it as Doug C La. Save. Now we only want, which bit do we want? Let's play it. La, la. Let's grab the second one this time. So we'll just use about that much. Maybe we'll include the little tail at the end. Trim. Okay, done. Let's put that note over here on the second beats, on the second half of this riff. La, 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 okay. So remember to save your compo. Okay, great. Now it's done. Now you can see once you've saved it, they even give you let's see, maybe not, but you can always go back to your file to edit it later. You can you can download it as an MP3, so you can keep this composition with you. You can publish it into their site, which is a big place where they store all sorts of different compositions from different people. You can play back your composition. They loop it a few times for you. There we go, that's ours. And you can edit it. You can give your URL to a friend. They can edit it as well. So it's great for group work as well. You can keep on working on your thing if you want. Okay, so there you have it. This is the Aviary Music Creator, ROC. great for using doing compo on it, because you just put the notes in, they help you loop it. You can even record your own samples, so hopefully you get a hang of how to use this. Okay, let's close it.